After a nail-biting week for the remaining 6 girls, the final 5 were revealed to the nation. Cheryl, Kimberley, Nadine, Nicola and Sarah became Girls Aloud.
When I think back to queuing up for 2 of us in the freezing cold, waiting for that one audition just to see how I got on, then I think now where I am, it's unbelievable.
I think everybody, when they're a kid, everybody wants to be a pop star or thinks about it anyway, at least. And if anybody says they weren't, they're lying.
I've been saying this ever since I was little. I haven't said if I get famous. I've always said when I'm famous, when I'm a singer, when I'm doing this, when I'm... it's really weird. It's like, could I be psychic?
I've been in the house now like 7 weeks. And like so much has happened in 7 weeks. To think back how like fast it's gone.
It's just been a complete roller coaster, and I don't know really. It's so exciting, but it's very nerve-wracking and intense at the same time.
There was very little time to celebrate as the girls were whisked off the next day to face the paparazzi and reveal the band's ad campaign.
It's kind of mad that it's the first photo shoot as a band, isn't it?
Yes.
Straight away, the girls threw down the gauntlet to the boys.
Yeah, the boys are very dull, aren't they?
They are.
No, even when you watch
girls.
them, though, even when you watch their interviews and things like that, it's like, I am Jamie here.
Girls Aloud had now found themselves in the middle of a media frenzy. They've now got to continually deal with being under the scrutiny of the press, something that has a downside, as a couple of the girls had already experienced.
Normal people would realise that stuff written in the papers isn't always true. And there's never an element of entire truth behind a bad story. And I mean, I've known that for years. Yeah, it upsets you, but at the end of the day, it's chip wrapper the next day, isn't it? And if people want to do kiss and tells on you and make up stories about you from people you barely even know, they're making themselves look stupid.
It's important, you know, obviously the press, you know, some of them, you know, can completely support you, but equally they can turn on if it's more interesting to be, you know, critical and if you're not flavour of the month.
Yeah, before the last show I had quite a negative story, saying that I was a horrible prima donna and all this, and at first I was a bit upset because I just thought, who would have written that about me or whatever, but then I just sort of thought, look, I know that that's not me at all.
I said to Kimberley that on the day that she had horrible press, that she should treat the press like a boyfriend or someone that you're kind of dating, that you don't reveal everything all at once and you keep them at a nice, healthy distance.
I was wondering whether it might have a negative effect, but luckily I'm still in the band, so I've just got to move on from there now.
Kimberley was a fantastic example that there was no truth in that. And really, sometimes we have to remember that, you know, some of these columnists have a blank piece of paper and every day they've got to fill it up. They do. And so they've got to fill it up with something juicy.
Louis collaborated with the label responsible for Boyzone and Samantha Mumba, Polydor Records.
They are the best pop label in the UK. We've got the best marketing people in it. I'm just a very small cog in a very big wheel.
And when Sound of the Underground came in, we knew that that was the one. When we got down to the final 10 girls, we played them several songs, and that was unanimously chosen by everybody involved. We started the recording when the girls were down to 7. So 7 girls went into the studio and laid down the vocals to the entire song. On the night the band was chosen, we had the producer standing by in the studio, ready to do the final mix with the 5 correct final voices.
This meant that an unlucky few would have to face the ordeal of recording vocals for their track, knowing that their voices could possibly be removed. The remaining 6 girls had to face a similar experience, but the task was all the more difficult. It was the cover shoot for their single.
It's kind of weird when you say it's for the single. I know that we know it is,
but it's weird. You just think it's another photo shoot.
That's fantastic.
Have you seen the CD cover thing? It's going to be like TVs, and we've come out with a TV programme. And so it's going to be like one of us on each TV in the CD cover.
We got in a stylist that we'd worked with before, and basically we sat down with the girls and the stylist and had huge sort of picture boards with loads of different looks on it, and the girls picked out the looks that they liked.
What we're doing, previously we've done TV shots, which the girls are then going to be retouched into afterwards, because of course we've got 6 girls here today, there's only going to be 5 in the final one. So we're going to take head and shoulder shots, and then next week they're all going to be retouched in different versions onto these TVs.
For both the videos to be ready for a Christmas release, essential choreography work was well underway. The girls teamed up with choreographer Paul Roberts, who'd previously worked with the Sugar Babes and All Saints.
Nice to meet you. Kisses all round.
Thank you.
We're trying to create the style for the girls choreographically, something people can recognise, like All Saints had a trademark within their choreography. Sugar Babes do. We're going to try to keep it minimal, simple, but very effective. I'm going to have to work them extremely hard for the fact that normally I ask for 2 days at an absolute minimum to rehearse one number, and we've got 2 days and we've got to do 2 numbers. So there's no time for chatting, there's no time to be on mobile phones, there's no time to be, you know, discussing what's going on. It's shut up and get on with it.
It's all in the hips, baby.
Back at the girls' choreography, Paul had decided to give the girls a well-earned break.
Have a little drink break, 5 minutes or so.
Got it.
And this is the first time we've done for like the single and stuff, and it's really, really exciting.
I think it's coming on a bit. I'm still a bit on certain things, you know, like coordination and stuff, but as long as I'm sure of it in my head, and I've practiced a lot harder now as well, like with, you know, all the shows and everything, I'm doing more and more practicing, even in the bathroom like that. I mean,
Just focus on what I'm doing. Don't even look at any of the rest of the girls, and you get through it. I'm finding it quite easy to pick the choreography up, but I think it's more about making it look good. That's the harder thing. When you're looking in the mirror, you're sort of like, does it look good or not? You kind of like try different things to sort of make yourself look comfortable.
And this is made of?
Work on the styling of the girls' video had to begin early too. The video director, Phil Griffin, met up with the stylist, Chloe Richardson, to discuss the overall look.
Yeah, they're going to be really sleek, and I want them to look really groomed, and I don't want them looking tarty. I want them looking really stylish and chic, but still young and trendy and fashionable, and I want them to aspire to young, you know, I want people to want to look like them.
I think everything that Chloe's doing works very well with the script, because we're trying to create a look for the girls which it does 2 things. A, keeps them true to their own personalities, but then secondly gives it a bit of a almost sort of Vivienne Westwood Seditionary's retro punk feel. Kids today are incredibly turned on or turned off by what people wear, and you know, at the end of the day, pop stars are supposed to be icons of fashion. It's going to be great. You know, we're going to do something that's a little bit tougher, a little bit sexier, but without being overt. And again, as Chloe said, bring the girls out of themselves. You know, if they've got a right to be on that stage, they've got to be portrayed as themselves.
Although there were still 6 girls remaining, Phil felt it was essential to meet them and let them know what he had planned for their video.
I work with an artist and I direct the best performance I can get out of you. For your first video, you can't afford to confuse people as to who you are. It's got to be like, OK, these are the girls and this is their video. So there'll be quite a lot of beauty work, I think, in there, quite a lot of close-ups and imagery of you guys as individuals.
Now that the record company's involved much more than the TV programme, the stylists are involved more in what we want, and it's just all piecing together now. Like,
now that we're getting closer to like the final band, and we're doing things like choreography, and it's getting styled and our hair, it's just amazing.
Have you seen all the clothes designs and stuff? You've had fittings and stuff like that, haven't you? So you know the whole look is quite tough and quite uncompromising. We're going to follow that through for the video. Go on. There's, you know, a room full of today 6 opinions about what they think they should have for their video, or what they should think they should wear, and they don't yet have the experience, I don't think, to be able to quantify or qualify their statements. The video for this song has to brand and portray the girls as these are your new pop stars. So there's a formula that has to be stuck to, and I'm not sure whether they understood that, but they will by the time I've finished with them.
We'll have a look in a minute.
While Phil left the girls to ponder his ideas, a few of them couldn't resist a sneaky peek at the clothes for the video, even though they'd been told they were out of bounds.
Oh no. Oh no.
Nicola, them are yours.
You're joking me.
I swear.
Don't even.
Shh. They're joining on the box.
Where's the box?
Look at that, George.
Look at these hats. Oh my god.
Nicola. Look at that.
Oh, there's that hat. I just got me the hat I wanted.
Look at that, George.
Okay.
No, these are yours, Javine.
These are size 7.
These are yours.
No, I don't.
Straight.
I asked them.
Sal's has got me a t-shirt that says boss on.
And they're awful. Them are yours. They've got your name on the box, look.
Size 6.
Yeah.
Look at that! It's got wings on the back and everything.
I think they're yours.
I'd never ever wear the clothes but to walk around the street and run corn, because everyone would be like, what has she got on? But because like what I'm doing, it's good. Great Britain, it's a size 8. Who else is a size 8?
Right.
Cheryl's a 6, I'm the only 8.
No.
Busted. Sorry.
The girls filmed their video in a disused warehouse in central London. They arrived early for the all-important hair and makeup and tuned in to hear their song, Sound of the Underground, for the first time on the radio.
In about 5 minutes' time, we're going to be listening to our single for the first ever time played on radio. So all the girls are excited, we're all just rushing about at the moment, but can't wait.
Now, Girls Aloud and also the boy
Oh
band,
my God.
One True Voice. Girls Aloud, Sound of the Underground.
Oh, yes.
That's me on the radio.
On Radio 1.
Oh, God.
You're nice.
There you go. I think you might agree with me that for what it is, that's surprisingly good. Do you know what I mean? There you go.
Then they got to hear the boys' song, Sacred Trust, for the first time too.
Sounds like a Cliff Richard number. It was good, but the girls was far better. What's with the big, we're gonna get number 1, we're gonna get number 1, because we are.
What's it like? Time, that is the boys' efforts, that's the 1, 2 boys with Sacred Trust. What do you reckon then? Dick? Super.
I like the girls one better.
I like the girls.
Yes, come on, the girls.
Set of the Girls Aloud video, director Phil had already guided Nadine and Kimberley through their first tentative
Put an arm up,
shots.
maybe touch her. Don't be scared of this stuff. It's dirty. That's what it is. The song's dirty.
At first I was really wooden, and I just felt stupid, you know, like looking into the camera and stuff. But I got a little bit better towards the end.
So you just need to relax into it a little bit more. It's your first video, so you know. You just don't worry about it. My job is to get you comfortable. I'm a specialist at that. Okay? Talk to me, girls.
Yeah, like, it looks really good. No, you expect it, but it should be dead glamorous, don't you? And really, oh, look at my hands. It's hurt. I'm scared I'm not even really showy. But it's not at all, but it's good fun. They still live in the house, so like we can't see from out. Like I remember when Hearsay was a band, and I was like, oh my god, they're so famous. You know what I mean?
And we can't see how famous, like.
We can't see that. We just think we're in the house still and like getting up and doing things. You know what I mean?
It's only on the radio and the TV and the newspapers when you start realising, oh my God, this is quite a big thing. We're living it. We're inside the cocoon of the Popstar Rivals, and we're just doing a job.
I can see it in my own reflection.
Cheryl.
Don't know what is pushing me higher.
Yes, go on, Cheryl. Rosina. I'm enjoying this challenge, you know, because from what we've heard, Chris Moyles has said on Radio 1 that like, the boys is something like Jason Donovan with
Cliff Richard?
Cliff Richard, and everyone's been like bigging our song up, and the boys like just been nothing really.
We're going to go on there, as far as I'm aware, and do the dance routine that our mic stands for all this kind of carry on and stuff, so.
You know what?
Hey!
I've watched making the video on that for years and years and years, and now it's us making the video.
They're sexy, they've got great hair and makeup, and they look like a really, really top girl group already. This is their first video.
They're fantastic. I just seen them as a band now. I think it's a really cutting-edge record, and they look great. Like the real deal.
I think the girls are doing incredibly well, considering it's the first day they've ever had to be in front of a proper pop video camera. It's a lot of pressure for them, and considering the weeks they've had and the stress of Saturday, they're doing very well.
Today was kind of the first day that they felt I'm in the band, kind of dreams come true. So I've noticed they're completely relaxed and in it and focused more than I've ever seen them today.
Just look at them, you know, they don't look like those 5 innocent kids that walked in to sing at Popstars, you know. They look like stars.
Yeah.
It's gonna beat the boys fair and square, fair and square. It's gonna beat the boys.
We've blown the boys out of the water as regards reaction from everybody, you know. This is the start of something really big for Girls Aloud.
Hot on the boys' heels with 25 interviews done and over 350 miles travelled, the girls arrived in Bristol.
Come on, girls. Get out of the car.
We need a little help here.
Hello,
Kimberley.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, Kimberley.
All right, hello.
I am quite nervous, actually, yeah. Because I've pretty much developed a crush on all of them. It's Core Control. It's Cam and Sally. It's Girls Aloud.
Now, I've got loads of questions to ask you. First one being, Pete Waterman. He was suggesting on Saturday night's show that you hadn't sung on the record.
That's quite a compliment, actually, though, because if he's seen we didn't sing, obviously he's good at that. We sounded good.
Actually just got a marriage proposal text message, which, you know, it's great. It's great to know there's some people out there that would like to marry me. He's 55, so it's great.
Give yourselves a round of applause. There you go.
I'm enjoying it. I like all these, like, I prefer doing it all 5 of us together when we're on the radio, and you can tell it's like a big radio station. They're really up for it and they're going for it, and they're really sort of bigging us up and come on the girls and everything else.
Where the girls get down to the
Meanwhile, back in London, the girls commenced their battle for the #1 spot at chart-based music show Pop World.
the beat of the drum goes round and around.
Hello. That sounds marvellous. I just want to say hello. Enjoy the interview and the performance and everything.
Thank you.
You look marvellous. So don't let anyone tell you that's too much tan. It's not. I'll see you later. All right.
After 3 hours of makeup, they were finally ready for their first TV performance.
First time we're going to sing and dance live. Oh my God!
This is mad fun to do. I can't deal with it.
This is Boss.
We've never stopped since that day. I don't think it's really sunk in properly for us that we're in the band. We've kind of just been so busy. It's just manic. Yeah, the boys are extremely confident about the #1, but I think since the singles have been played on radio, they're starting to panic a little bit.
I'm not saying the song isn't good. They've probably got very good vocals to it, but they're still singing a cover for the A side. Ours is on the B side. speaks for itself, boys.
Oh, yes. That's good, isn't it?
Look over there. Bye, girls. Bye.